dear God, as we remember the tragic events of September the 11th of 2001, we come before you with heavy hearts. We honor those who lost their lives, those who were injured, and the families who continue to feel the pain of their absence. Please grant them peace and healing. May we never forget the courage of the first responders and the spirit of unity that arose in the face of adversity. Help us to carry forward the lessons learned, fostering love, compassion, and understanding among one another. We thank you for your everlasting presence in our lives. Let us also remember Congressman Charlie Kirk, who was killed today. Rest his soul. Amen.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
G. Fernandez.
Here.
James Sheremy. Harley Stelly.
Here.
Lauren Gonzalez. Brian Bartholomew.
Here.
Michael Ciano.
Here. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. Opening at 6 o'clock. Our meeting is scheduled today for September the 10th. So we got a good little crowd tonight. We got a good agenda, and we got some good reports from our engineers. So welcome. All right, let's look up to special presentations. We have none. Madam Clerk?
Walter Maples.
Oh, okay. Right. Yes, sir. What do you say? I can't. Oh, your name in the hat. I'm sorry. There we go.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, you're there whenever you're welcome anytime, sir. No problem at all. Okay. Person requests in front of the board. Do you have any?
That's it, sir.
Huh?
That's it. That's it. That's the only one.
That's it? Oh, okay. All right. Item August the 27th, regular town council meeting. If we have no change, we need a move to accept. Motion.
I'll second.
Well, Michael, second by Lauren. All in favor, signify.
Aye.
So be it. All right. Item 6, public hearing, public notice, none. Professional reports, Chief of Police.
Yes,
Chris?
Mayor, Council, people in the audience, we, hold on, let me find my tape here. Grand Isle Police Department report for August 22nd, 2025 through September the 4th. Total call-outs, 84. Medicals and fire, 9. Total citation, 15. Total violation, 16. 8 speeding, 1 no driver's license, 1 expired license plate, 4 side-by-sides on Highway 1, 1 careless operation, 1 driving with suspended license. Total arrests, 1, summons, 2. Arrest 1, charge 1. 1 contempt of court, simple battery, misdemeanor. Summons 2, charge 2. 2 vehicles on beach. Court fines, $5,443.01. Golf cart tag sold, $7,050. Tag sold and 25 sold was $367,050.
Okay,
Any questions?
Great job, Chief. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you all
see
so
your
much.
deputies. Thank you all so much. I want to thank the fire department. And we had a great summer. You guys really did a great job. On behalf of the council, myself, and the public, let's give a good hand. Thank you all. Okay, let's move on to, let's see where we at. All right, Mr. Joe Chauvin.
Good afternoon, Council, Mayor Joe Chauvin, GIS Engineering. Small update tonight. I'd like to start out with the home demolition, the PPDR program. Currently, we have 14, almost 15 houses have been completed year to date. So it means we have 5 left. So contractors moving quickly. I need to open the agenda for, I have pay app number 1 in amount of $180,495 we need approval on.
I'll make a motion to open.
Moved by Laura, second by, any second?
I'll second it.
Ryan, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed? They will have all ayes.
All right, next little update, community center. We did have energy
That was to
schedule.
open the agenda, or that was for the
Well, I'm
morning?
sorry, yes, we need to get approval for the pay
Okay.
app. Thank you.
So you're asking for approval for the 180,000?
$495.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Wait, you asked for approval for 400?
No, $180,495.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, moved by Laura?
Why so much, if you don't mind me
Oh,
asking?
go ahead before we vote.
Because
Yes, ma'am.
the contractor had 12 homes demoed, plus their 60% of mobilization.
So in other words, they had it again.
Yeah, and
They
this
do
is the
good.
first pay app they had. They started, they mobilized August 11th, and it ran through September 5th.
Gotcha, so it's just a
And
payment.
and we have 20 homes on the list, and roughly we have 5 right now to complete the contract.
Gotcha, so this is just a payment. Okay, I got you.
Okay, still by Laura, second by Chiki. All in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Community Center, we had a meeting scheduled with Energy yesterday, but it was postponed due to energy conflict. So that meeting will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Community Center. We're looking at putting a temporary service up for the time being. They are saying that the meter pan is out of date and we have to update it. And we explained to them on the phone, we're still in the process of getting everything finalized on the actual cost of the refurbish of the building. If we can get temporary power there for now, just so we can get the ACs running and have lights there and power from when we actually start. And if some happens where we don't have the funding or we just need to do a certain amount of work, we'll still have power there. So that meeting is scheduled for tomorrow at 11.
Did you get approximate cost what we would take to upgrade or put in new panels?
Not yet, sir, because I want to actually find out what energy needs, because we went and looked at it today, me and Mr. David Michelle. We probably want to raise the meter up so it's not as low, because right now it's at eye level and they did have water damage on it. So we'll probably raise it up and probably have to put a little walkway to it just so it's above the flood stage, so we can keep it out the water if we go that route, sir.
Do we have a generator that we can?
There's
get power?
there's currently no generator on the community center right now.
Okay.
They
We
had
have
one
in
at
the
one
town?
time, but I'm not sure what happened to it.
Is there one that we can borrow from the town to get it going?
We got it, we took it off.
Okay.
Yes, we got it rebuilt.
Um,
I'm sorry, you have a generator, I'm thinking we're looking to control the air, the climate in there. Oh, okay, and that would more than handle that. Because that, I believe that's what we're looking for power, is to, climate control,
Climate control
for the,
for whenever we start the mold remediation, but also Energy had to order 3 new transformers for the actual building on their side. So we're waiting on that. We're going to discuss the time frame on when they come in and things of that nature. They wanted us to straight up put a new panel off of Jump Street, and I said, look, let's put temporary power there so we can incorporate this for whenever we start the rehab of the building and see how it's going to play out. I hate to put a new panel there and something happens where we don't have the funding or we don't have to spend it where we have temporary power. But I think this small steps. We'll start with temporary power, getting the building powered up, then we can have our ACs updated and things like that, sir.
do we have a time frame
On the power,
on not just power, but on the mold remediation?
as soon as I get power established, I'm waiting to see what time it's going to take for the transformers to come in. Then I have the mole report in. I just want to review it with our engineering staff, and then we'll put out a mole remediation contract so we can mediate the mole. Got to see how much it's going to cost first so I can present it to the council.
Okay, thank you.
Our structural team, we have the meeting scheduled for Friday, September the 11th. I'm just waiting on the time so we can go over there to the community center and review what the report states and how we can go about repairing these columns. Last updates, the Orange Street Pump Station. We are scheduled a startup test on Friday at 8 a.m. We are still lacking the fuel tank at this time. The anticipated delivery date is at the end of September. This is a 1,000-gallon fuel tank. So the contractors bring in a fuel tank just so we can run the pump to see if we have any kinks or any other details to work out in that. We are still waiting on the final cost of the project before we get Energy's costs so we can tie it in. We're working with Jefferson Parish to secure that funding as well. That will complete my update. If you got any questions or comments.
To the best of your knowledge, are we still on track for November 8th on Orange Street Pump Station?
No, we are ahead of that, sir.
Okay.
It looks like the last update was October 8th, just depending on the fuel tank. We're going to have to run on our diesel motor until we have the energy power situated first. But a 1,000-gallon tank, hopefully we don't have to use all 1,000 gallons, but it's there when we need it, sir.
Okay. But we are, you're pretty confident it's going to be running?
I'm gonna say
October 8th,
I'm
right?
80% sure we're going to beat that time, depending on how Friday goes.
Okay, thank you.
Joe, are we putting the playground back at the community center?
I'd have to get with Ms. Bonnie on that one.
Okay, thank you.
So she's handling all the little small parts of it, and we're going to handle helping her with the big part of the community center.
All right, thank
While y'all
you.
speaking about that with the parks, the Chenier Park, I seen they were just lacking the basketball goals.
We got to get the basketball goals and the fencing. Basketball goals and fencing.
Okay.
That was
Thank
all put
y'all.
together.
Okay. Anything else?
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank y'all. Have a great day.
Okay, we got town department heads I'd like to recognize. I got callers here, and I got David here, and like I said, I want to thank y'all for the little crew we got out there, and I know y'all really, between the building inspectors and between working when the council calls, the little crew that we got, y'all doing very well. So I want to tell y'all, thank y'all, appreciate y'all. So let's give a good hand to them. You're working for it. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ronnie Sampe. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor and Town Council, thank you for the time. I have three things that I want to talk about. First thing is the life rings. They had a person pull me aside on the beach and suggested that we add numbers to those poles so we can pinpoint if there would be an accident somewhere. And I wanted to bring it up to see what y'all feelings were about that.
I think that's a great idea.
You good? Anybody else? Okay. What we'll do is we'll number them from number 1, starting at State Park, coming all the way to this end of the island. We have 81 stations.
81?
So we're gonna number them all. And then I'll make some new sheets for the police department, fire department, so that they recognize what number is by what crossing. If they have an accident and they say number 4 on the pole, they'll know that it's going to be at the very first crossing. So everything will be, at hand.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all good with that?
Yep.
Okay, next. We started the fall garden. We put some potatoes in. So we have some more plants that we're going to be putting in. And I wanted to let the people know that they have a garden. You need to go and pick them up. Because this spring, when we planted the tomatoes this spring, we had tons of tomatoes. And they didn't come get them. Now, Carlos suggested I put a chain link fence around and then they'll come and get them. Yeah. We're gonna try to do that. You got it? Okay. Okay. That's good. What else? Oh, there was a thief that decided he wanted a life ring and the rope. And he's a very meticulous thief. Because the little hook that holds it in place, he took the life ring and the rope and he put the little hook back in place. So we had to change out one.
How many we lost so far, like in the last couple of weeks? How many life rings we lost any?
That's it.
Is that one?
One.
Good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we're going to try to change the life rings. I don't know if I brought that up at the last
Yeah,
meeting.
you did.
But Blue Boots is supposed to get back with me, and we're going to be changing the life rings. And I'll get back with you about the memorial. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Ronald.
Anybody got any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. All right, Commission Board, Mr. Welland down also, the Port Commission.
Good evening, Mayor Commodore, members of the Town Council, members of the general public. I'm Weldon Danos with the Grand Isle Port Commission. I have two key activities I would like to report on this evening. One is an event, and one is an announcement. First off, the event. As you recall, a few months ago, there was a effort throughout the state of Louisiana called Love the Boot Week, of which a lot of people volunteered to clean up the state of Louisiana. So now we're going to have a Love Our Waterways event, Keep Louisiana Beautiful. And so I have been requested by the Jefferson Parish Council to lead that effort here in the town of Grand Isle. And so I will volunteer to do that. So I'm on the Jefferson Parish Love Our Water Steering Committee. So next September, so we have a year to plan for this, September of 2026 is the launch date, and we will have a whole series of events during that month to clean the waterways, whether it's Bayou Rego, Bayou Thunder, some of the beach. We haven't defined all those parameters, but we will be doing that. I will be reaching out for partners, sponsors, and obviously volunteers to help with this effort. I will host town meetings so that we can come up with innovative ideas, get volunteers, plan our events, and have people register to participate in these events. You can go on the Keep Our Louisiana Beautiful website, and they also put out a brochure with the Love the Boot Week, and all the statistics is incredible. The amount of trash that was picked up back in March. And we're going to be doing the same thing here so that we can measure our efforts. And so we're going to put our stuff on the state website and help with this effort. So we're just in the beginning stages. I just wanted to announce this tonight. There'll be more information coming. And be thinking about this if you would like to volunteer. I really would appreciate you volunteering. And businesses here in this community, if you want to be a sponsor or a partner, I would appreciate that too. The next I have is our new Port Commissioner announcement. And so Patrick Landry has been appointed by the governor to be our next Port Commissioner. He replaces Mr. Perry Chicazola, who passed away a few months ago. He was appointed on August 29, 2025. He's going to take the oath of office next week at our next Grand Isle Port Commission meeting on September 18, 2025. So we will be back to our 5 commissioners. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to working with Patrick. I think he'll be a good addition to our Port Commissioner lineup. I want to give a special thanks to you, the town council, because y'all came up with the nominations and submitted that to the governor's office, and then he made the appointment. So thank you very much. That's my report. Any questions or comments?
With the waterways for next year, have you thought of maybe getting with the school and seeing if kids maybe need service hours or something?
Yes, the school's going to play an important part in this. We're going to have educational events and, have people come in and do webinars and stuff like that and things on. Because we don't want this to just be a one and done, September 2026. We want to instill ideas in our community, whether it's our residents, whether it's tourists or whatever, to keep our community clean with the waterways. And so we want to build on the school and get volunteers and also do some educational events with them.
Mr. Denos, I know you've been working on the Bayou Rego and reduced speed or idle only, I think signs where they're
Yes.
looking for. We're waiting on an ordinance to be passed by Jefferson Parish, are we? Or what is the status of that?
Okay. So basically, I have written up a proposed ordinance, and this is for the town of Grand Isle, okay? And the ordinance is going to propose a certain no-wake zone along Bayou Rego. It's going to expand what we have now. What I'm going to propose is for the no-wake zone to start at the Coast Guard Station and come all the way to this side of Aport, begin at Chauvin Seafood, come all the way through the Grand Isle Port Commission, the pier and bulkhead, all the way through the ADA Fishing Pier. And so that's the beginning. And if we get that ordinance approved, then we'd go out and put the no-wake zone signs. If anybody else feels else in Bayou Rego should be a no-wake zone, let me know. The thing we have to be careful here is, what I'm thinking about is to protect the businesses. Looking at Grand Isle Marina, A-Port, Chauvin Seafood, Grand Isle Port Commission, the fishing pier. If you get too much of Bayou Rigo as a no-wake zone, this is a federal navigation channel. So we just have to be careful how much of it is a no-wake zone. But we want to get those that's going to impact the businesses along Bayou Rigo. So I have that proposed ordinance. We're going to be discussing it at our Grand Isle Port Commission meeting next week and hopefully get that approved. And then I'll come back and follow up with the town council.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Weldon, would you be coming to the town council or Jefferson? Because I believe our jurisdiction ends at the water's edge, correct?
I think we passed a few
Yeah.
ordinances already. with the
I
council.
thought our
Yeah.
town jurisdiction ends at the water's edge.
It does, but way back, before the Port Commission was formed, y'all passed an ordinance for a no-wake zone between the edge of the waterway and the rock jetty
Right,
I
exactly.
was just wondering.
in Bayou Rigo. And then once we formed, then we developed more no-wake zones.
I
We
was
have,
just wondering what our jurisdiction
like
was.
Bayou Thunder
Right,
is a no-wake zone.
Exactly.
And I'm glad you asked that question because we're getting ready, I came before y'all last meeting, we're getting ready to install the no-wake zone signs along Bayou Thunder at the end of those streets. But that's how it is right now. The town council is from the water's edge up to behind the rock jetties, and then we take over from there.
On the signs themselves, does the organization, be it federal, state, or local, they have stipulations as to the size of the signs, the color of the signs, and shapes of the signs, correct?
I don't know of any regulation that identifies that. We have 4x4 white metal signs with big black letters. So it's very visible, I think, from the waterways.
And then it reflects
Right,
Right.
it reflects.
with the spotlight at night.
It's not, the big issue here is not the signs and the ordinances.
No.
The big issue here is the enforcement with the Coast Guard. And so we're going to have to be getting with them, making them aware of this, because some areas where we do have no wake zones now, their boats are violating it. And so, you know, everybody has to get on the same page. One thing I've thought about is putting some pamphlets together or one-pagers and post them at all the marinas to show the no-wake zones so that people will become more aware.
Does the wildlife fisheries also enforce no-wake zones?
They can, but the primary enforcement is the Coast Guard. The Wildlife and Fisheries enforces fishing licenses, boating permits, oyster farm regulations, that sort of thing. But insofar as no-wake zones itself, it's the Coast Guard. Okay. Well, the more the merrier. If we can have more people enforce it. All right? Thanks for that. Any other questions? Comments?
job.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, item 8A, Madam Clerk, would you read it out? Ordinance?
An ordinance approving a redivision of property owned by Wayne J. Sheremy, identified as Track A, as shown on a map prepared by Charles L. McDonald, Land Surveyor, Inc., titled Map Showing the Redivision of Property Belonging to Diane H. McGee, located in Section 9, T22S R24E, located in the town of Grand Isle, Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, dated 21 January 2019. Introduction only.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Resolution? You have none? Letter request?
This is just the first,
It's just an introduction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
10A, Friends of Grand Isle request to waive fees for the use of the multiplex for the Gumbo Cook-Off Saturday, October 4th, 2025.
joint motion, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So be it. Great, okay.
10B, we have employee eligibility benefits.
Eligible? Okay. Need a motion to go ahead and accept? Moved by Brian, need a second?
Second.
By Laura, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed? So be it. Thank you, okay? All right. Oh, councilman request, Mr. James Sherman, come on through.
Okay. at the last meeting, I talked about our garbage contract that's coming up. And spoke to a number of citizens on the island. And to a person, the one thing each and every one of them had to tell me, don't raise my garbage bill. I paid $29.43 a month on my garbage bill. I'm a resident of Grand Isle, homestead exempt. And I will not vote to increase it. That's all I can do. I think we have to look at some ways of collecting money from the people who do day rentals and weekend rentals on the camps. Right now, they are very frustrated because some of them pay up to, is it $250 or $300 a month for garbage?
It
depending
depends
on
how many people it
how many people they
sleeps.
sleep. And I can understand they have to pay that 12 months out of the year. Well, all communities throughout the country, they have a tax for people who rent by the day or the weekend. And maybe we could look into that. It would be a more equitable way of collecting income from them, because if they don't rent, they don't pay.
Oh, let him talk. Wait up, hold up. Go ahead. Do the show. Okay, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you gotta come to the podium if you wanna talk, but let him finish and come to the podium. Do that.
Please come up, because
Come on up,
this is
come on
sort of
up.
the thing the meeting's for,
Come on.
to discuss it. No one's out to get you, okay? Want to be fair and equitable with everyone, okay? The campground's the same thing. It would be, what you're doing right now, it's my understanding, every camper you get charged for? Right. Well, now, if there was a tax that was put every day you rent it, then there'd be a tax that you pay to the town, rather than, because what the town is doing is that garbage fee, that's a tax. You're getting taxed without us telling you you're getting taxed. And, no, please, I need to hear from you.
Come on to the podium. Come and introduce your name, ma'am. All right, what do you do?
This is Jericho. We have Island View Campground, and if you're looking into it for everyone, we're definitely with that. We just want to make sure that the local businesses that have to sustain throughout the year are included in this, because every time you've brought it up, it has been for the camp owners, which we love our camp owners. We all do. We want everyone to have a sustainable rate, but we want to make sure that the local businesses are being included as well, because we have to sustain throughout the year, and we understand that they, only rent their camp so many times a month. I get that, but you choose to run that as a business. We have certain guidelines that we have to follow when we run a business. We have to follow Board of Health. We have to follow we pay the garbage rates. We pay garbage rates for a square of 4. We have 1 dumpster and we pay 4 garbage bills. We would like this, we just want to be included in the conversation. So if
Yes.
you're meaning it for all of us, then absolutely to look at the whole project. I just want to make sure, y'all are our town council. We want to make sure the local businesses are being included as well.
Yes, indeed, and that is my goal, to make sure that you are. Because one of the things that was brought back to me time and time again in my conversations about the garbage was that Grand Isle is getting to the point where people cannot afford to live here. People whose great-grandparents were born here are getting priced out of their homes.
Trust me, we feel it. All of our workers live in campers or barely could live here, or they're driving. No one can afford to live here. So if we're all for whatever we can to, make it more affordable for everyone. We need residents. We need kids at school. I'm with you. I just want to make sure we're all part of the conversation.
Yes, it's critical that you are, because for this island to continue to grow and sustain, we're at the point we have to work together. We can't put an undue burden on any business, whether it's local or some people could be in New York City that has a management firm renting out their camps. We still have to be fair to everyone.
It's just the last time you had spoken like that, it's unfair that they don't rent it so many times out the year. But, the businesses that are like sustained here, we have the signups, we have all the enforcements that we have to do to get our businesses started and everything that we have to carry throughout the year. It sucks. We only make
Right.
money 4 months of the year too. The winter months, we suffer just like everybody else. So we just want to make sure everyone's included in that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it would have to cover everything. I think the council and the mayor and everyone would have to get involved and be a lot of discussions on this. Because,
Yeah.
well, the town.
I think the
we
first
still have
thing, just my opinion, I'm not here, but
Yeah.
wouldn't it be to solicit the garbage companies and everywhere else to get prices first to see that if that's anything sustainable, that there is something competitive out there before reaching out to the public?
No. I'm sorry, but, right, we have.
How are we gonna get
have
service
reached
if we
out
don't-
To the contractors, and they are bidding. I believe we did get the letter approving an extension till January 1st.
Yes.
In other words, our garbage contract ends the end of October.
Right.
So by law, we should have our contract in place November 1st. That wasn't enough time for us to do what we needed to do to be able to get it out for bid. So we asked for a 2-month extension. That means the contract would run from January 1st of 2026 till December 31st of 2031. Now, what they charge, we're gonna have to be able to afford it, and if it's not affordable, then we'd have to go back for rebid, in my
Oh,
opinion.
absolutely. I just think before you even put it out for bid, can't you solicit pricing?
We
You could do a request for quote instead of bidding it out, just so you can have an idea if there is anything better out there.
Yes. And I've also reached out to other communities to find out what they pay, and so.
Because I'm with you. I want to get rid of my 4 square that we pay that's outrageous too.
Yeah, because like I say, you might use it 5 months out of the year, and 7 months out of the year, you still have to pay that bill. And eventually, that could be the death toll to your business. But if it was just a tax that you would pay on when you rent it.
Then you're going to be going on an integrity system, and I don't know how great that's going to go either.
It works in all communities like that. There's, there's ways of checking on it and getting the tax paid. But it's, in my opinion, a much more sustainable way of doing it, because if you have money coming in, you can have money going out. But if you don't have money coming in, how are you going to pay?
And will the garbage contractor still service the island if we don't have money going out to them?
No, the garbage contract, they give us a set price.
Right, but
per-
if you're not collecting enough
per
money to
resident.
pay it, if we're not giving you any money to pay it, and then, how are they getting paid? If we're not sending any money to pay the garbage bill, if we don't have renters.
You're getting a bill. I mean, you are getting a bill for your area, right? You still have a garbage bill, but it wouldn't have to be such a exorbitant bill that you're getting now. That's what would have to change, to where it would be what the garbage company charges us, that's what we would charge everyone. The town's not in the business of making money. We're in the business of providing a service. So that's what we try to do.
Thank you.
And, okay.
You have Mr. Leo, come and introduce yourself. So, Mr. Weller, go ahead, Mr. Weller, go ahead.
Just a couple of, do we know that the garbage rates are going up with the existing contract? Do we know if the rates are going up?
No, we do not know that.
Okay, so why would we try to change things now? And number two, if
Let
the
me
rates,
answer-
go ahead.
Let me answer one first. The reason we need to change it is because camp owners are saying they're pulling their camps, they're not renting them because of the garbage bill that's year-round. They're taking them off the market. We don't have enough hotels and motels on Grand Isle for the people that want to come down. We need the camps being rented.
Mhm.
So that's the reason for that.
3 years ago, I believe it was 3 or maybe 2 years ago when we went through this, we asked the garbage contract head to come here and explain to us why the rates were going up and this, that, and the other. And that might be what we want to do again this time. We all know they have a business. The town of Grand Isle, you have a business. The Grand Isle Port Commission has a business. We all have businesses here, and we all know things are going up, but guess what happens? We absorb somehow those rate increases in our businesses. I mean, we can't go out and get more taxes. You know, the couple of years after Ida, we were hardly getting any taxes. So what did we do? We managed our way through it. So what I'm saying here is that I don't think we could just bend over backwards and accept if they have rate increases. We need to understand what those rate increases are for. You know, and I understand they got to come way over here, and they can only come a couple of days a week, and you got fuel and stuff like that. But, I mean, the economy, I think, is adjusting to some degree. I don't think fuel is as high as it was 3 years ago when we were redoing this and so forth. So all I'm suggesting is that we ought to understand what those rates are going to be with the proposal and so forth, and if they are going to increase, ask them to come before us here, you know, and explain to us why they would be going up or remain the same. Then we can adjust whatever we need to do, camp owner versus businesses. That's just my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dennis. We don't, we don't know for sure that rates are going up. From
Come on, Mr. Leo.
what we've been told is that most likely they will, which is why I said earlier, I wouldn't vote to approve a contract that is going higher than what it is now. I think right now it's pretty doggone high for everyone.
Hello, my name is Leo Bickham. Me and my daughter own Native Island Daiquiris here on Grand Isle. We also are a seasonal business. We close down 3 to 4 months every year for the winter. My real question is how do you establish a base per house? Is that how the contract is written out, that it costs X amount of dollars to go to each house and pick trash up? My question is, how did you come up with the number of $27 per house?
$29.43.
Okay, $29.40, yeah.
And what they do is one way they have of doing it is count number of water meters, I was told. If you have a water meter on your property, you get a garbage bill. The garbage company actually went out and counted each one of the residents or the places where they pick up garbage, and they came out with 2,143. So that's
and then
they charge that times 29.43.
Okay, so if they're doing that and you're getting 29.43 paying it all, why do you have the additional costs on the other places?
Well, the current contract that we have right now, the town has to pay the dumping fees.
That's not in the contract?
No.
So would they pay? What they charge you for?
For picking it up.
Just to haul it?
Yes, pick it up and haul it. Now, the contract that is going out, the proposal we're going out with now,
Okay.
that says you pick up the garbage, it's yours. You're able to go to a number of approved landfills or waste areas, and you choose, because they spot it on a daily market. What rates are you charging on this one this day?
So the $29 is not the total charge for the garbage?
No, that's why we have to, right now, the system in place is we're charging the people who rent their camps the additional fees in order to pay that dump fee.
But the man the $29 man is still producing pounds of garbage also, and he's not being charged for that.
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, what you said, the way I understand you told me is $29 is what they charge to haul the garbage from every location.
Which is, no, that's only like the locals, that's the residents. The residents are paying the 29, but if you're considering
But he said they charged us,
more.
every water meter was $29.
And then the non-residents, they're charging more, plus the 29, where the residents are just the 29.
I believe it's the town that charges
whoever.
non-residents.
Yeah.
And that's to pay, again, that offsets the dumping fees that we're paying.
Why can't the people that paying the $29, they don't get no additional for dumping? You're not spreading you're not spreading the weight of the garbage out that they didn't picked up.
That's why I'm proposing that we have, on this new contract going out, the garbage comes and picks it up, he hauls it and goes, dumps it wherever he wants, he pays his dumping fees.
That's,
Yeah, and,
He's trying to find somewhere it's gonna be equal for everybody. whether
That's
they're
what I'm
local,
trying
whether
to
they're
say.
Camp owner and stuff like, because even the non-rent, the ones that come down here, that's just a camp, not a rental. They're being double what the 29 is to pay
Exactly.
for that. So what he's looking at is trying to find where it's equal for everybody. You know, the ones that rent the business, obviously that's a business, but those that come here with their camps and all, we're trying not to segregate residents to non-residents. It's trying to make it equal for everybody, so people would still want to come here and make it, you know, equal for everybody. That's what he's trying
that's
to
what I'm trying to get to. I don't
Yeah.
understand where the $29 came from.
Yeah.
Is that just a basic
'Cause I
fee?
think
And
it
why, if
started-
that covers it?
It's an
Bonnie,
ordinance.
Bonnie, can you answer that?
There's an ordinance that was passed in
Right.
2002 that set those different rates
By the parish, by the town?
by the town in 2002.
and so
Okay,
that
isn't
we
that
would-
kind of like taxation without representation?
When the
You
ordinance
you
passed in
taxing the-
2002,
You're taxing the people that are non-residents, and they have no vote. They
that's
have
a
absolutely
decision
no
that was
say-so.
made in 2002 that the council in 2002 voted on, and I'm sure they got the public opinion at that
No, I
time.
doubt it.
I'm just informing you of it was a
In
2002
2002,
ordinance.
you think we need to redo it?
That's what
Well,
we're,
That's
that's what we're
always
trying
up to
do.
council.
Yeah.
So we're trying
Well,
to
I'm for it then.
And I just
Okay.
want to be open and
Yeah.
upfront with everybody in the town to
Exactly.
see what we've done, what we're doing, and where we're going
You see,
with
but
it.
that was never mentioned before, that we try maybe redoing the ordinance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are, you know,
Right.
we'd like to hear that.
It was brought up at a
Not-
couple meetings ago.
Yeah,
that
I
we were
mean,
looking
just
for
not a little
ordinances.
meeting between y'all, a
No.
general public would like to know that, hey, you know, everybody's involved.
Right.
Thank y'all very
Well,
much.
we are trying to get everyone involved in it, because, like I say, a real and threatening problem we have on the island right now is a lot of our elderly people on fixed income. They're getting priced out of their homes, because as, you know, everybody thinks, oh, my property value's going up, that's a good thing. You're on a fixed income, that's not necessarily a good thing. That means your taxes are higher every year. And so a lot of people tell me that, you know, I'm concerned how much longer I'll be able to live here. So we have to, again, take that into consideration, and also work with the people who are renting the camps, because we need for them to be able to continue renting, because people come to Grand Isle, they need a place to stay. So it's I was told by someone at town hall that opening up this can of worms is going to upset a lot of people, and she was right, and I know that. But I ask you to trust me when I tell you this. What I'm working for is to get everyone, to be fair to everyone, and the island to thrive. Now, that will be a large task. And to do it, we need the trust and the actual faith of the community to work with us in doing that. To earn your trust, we need to be open and up and straight with you in everything we do. And I'll give you my commitment, I will do that. If you see me on the street, you have a question, ask me. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And if I can't, I'll tell you. I believe this contract, the proposal we're going off contract is going to be advertised shortly. We need to advertise it for 3 weeks, then give it to the contractor. He looks over it, takes the bids, and right now we're looking for multiple contractors to bid on it. It's my understanding there are a number of them that are interested in it. So hopefully the competition will help drive down the prices, because the last price increase that we had like I say, mine went from $14.73 a month to $29.43 a month. And that was in the middle of a contract.
So, like you said, James, you know, we hear what you're talking about tonight. That's why we got the proposal that we put together, and we're trying to see if we can work a medium with everybody. So like you said, the proposal's there. I know that Bonnie, we have it. We're making sure that we looked at it again. So we're gonna make sure that we work with everybody, and we're gonna listen for these meetings to make sure that we put all the numbers right, to bring it together. And I like the idea that now we got some bidders that's interested in it, you know? So we're on the right track. You started tonight, and we're gonna continue working hard to bring the price down, whatever we gotta do. So I just wanna let y'all know that.
Yeah, and I, the town manages it, because that's part of our job as the town.
Right.
To go ahead and get the contract outfit, administer the contract, and deal with issues, because the phone probably rings, I would estimate, 30 times a week at the town hall, someone with a problem with their garbage being picked up or not being picked up. Yeah.
The way we did it in 2002 may not be the right way in 2025.
Well, that's why.
A lot of areas I lived in, the contract, it's over a different area here. You know, with sewers and-
Now, I agree, the resolution that went out in 2002, the more we explore this and discuss it and open up, we may find that was the best way to handle it. You know, so that's, consider that also.
Just tell them how many people are here.
Yeah. And one thing that is vital is that we do get public input on it.
Okay, well, we want to start tonight, and, okay, James, what else you got? That's it?
Well, are there any other questions on the garbage? We're
All right.
good with that?
Okay.
The other thing is, the mayor's been working for 8 years on getting a place on Grand Isle to land planes, airplanes to be able to land takeoff. It's a lot of work that he's been doing. We had a meeting today with Louisiana Aviation Division, and they outlined a plan going forward. One thing they told us, the plan begins with you, the community.
Right.
We need everybody's input on it, be thinking about it. Right now, it's just in the very early stages. The meeting went very good today. They did give us a lot of information that, and homework that we have to do to move to the next step. But we do need public input. We need to hear what you feel, how you feel about it. And other than that, I am good for this evening.
And again, we had, excuse me, Jimbo, come up there, Mike, please. Introduce your name and go ahead.
Curious, where's the proposed airstrip?
Go ahead.
We have 2 sites right now, an A and a B. One of them is, back in the 80s, we had a landing strip on Chenier between the Elmer's Island Road and the town dump. That one's being looked at, and the other one is on the east end of Grand Isle, the old Exxon property. And the property owner, he feels if the community is committed to it, they feel a need for it and would like to see it, he's willing to work with the town to help improve the town. And make
I think
it-
I think it's a great idea. I was just curious to know.
This would be
That
something
was
for
just
like tourisms and airmeds would go out to.
Yes, and,
That'd be great.
No, I think
You know,
so.
like you
Either
said-
side, over there, over here.
And you know, you're right, because like I said, we worked on that 8 years ago with Governor Edwards way back. In fact, we went with Elmer's Island to a levee board, and that's when they came in with Governor Jindal. And we started talking about it. We came there, we looked at it. In fact, Chris can tell you, we went and cut the whole runway, and we surveyed it for 5,000 feet. But you probably got about, James, maybe what, Chris, you'd have to go to marsh, quite a few feet. But, the foundation's still there, when Dr. Elmer did it. I mean, I used to go and catch minutes for Dr. Elmer when he'd come in, and my dad and everybody would greet him. The judges used to come down. They had ice camps in Grand Isle. But they had the ones with the seaplane, the little canal on the side, and then they had the other ones, but they come in with the wheels. And James could tell you, and Chris could tell you, as of today, it's still hard like concrete.
Well,
So we're looking at that area there, and then environmentalists killed us at that time. We thought we had it, and that's when the governor came in with, I think, $250 million and put all that sand on Elmer's Island, and they built the beach back up. And in the meantime, I mean, we had every agency you could think of was fighting with
I
environmental.
think it'd be a huge economic boost.
Right. And then,
for Grand Isle.
we even looked at where the dump's at. I call it the dump, where the palm trees at. We looked at it, was high rates. We just visioned at that time. That's the ideas we talked about today. Going back, working with the previous, with the council and all that, and working through the governors through all this, you're looking at the dump when you're leaving to go out of town, you get palm trees around it. It's a high ridge. I'm just visioning. This is what we thought we could do. We thought about maybe coming in, and then you get some vans to come in, and you had couples that flying all over the United States, whatever, they're coming in, you get the van, you got a parking lot right in there because it's high, and get the van to pick them up and bring them to their camps, their motels, whatever, and they could move back, get back in the jet on a Sunday, whatever. So when environmentalists come, that was something. But the property we're talking about is by Exxon, from the community center going all the way back toward the inner Sand Dollar by the curb.
I hope it
That's
gets
true.
approved.
It's a
good
big
idea.
process. We got 8 years on it, and what he told us, you look at about 16 years, so you got 8 years on us. So we think that we can look at it, and being honest with you, and we're going to listen to the public. We have public hearings on it, so we're not there yet, but we started. The governor wants it, and everybody you see to bring businesses down here.
And
James,
again,
go ahead.
like I said, it all depends on the public.
Yeah.
If the people on Grand Isle feel we don't need it or don't want it, it won't happen.
Right.
Okay? But let's take it one step at a time. Again, this is sort of thing that requires communication and public discussion and get everyone's input on it. Because it will affect everyone on Grand Isle.
Yep.
So, and with that,
Got it? That's it?
I'm done for the evening.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Hawley.
Miss Michelle wanted me to let everybody know about the health fair and flu shot, September 17th at 9 a.m. to noon, over here at the Grand Isle Multiplex and Senior Center. And she's also asking, because I just called her today, where are we with the van that they're needing? You know about it, James? The van?
Yeah,
That's
the
missing.
medical transport van, I believe right now, the parish is pushing back on paying the gas to.
She found me today right here, when I came to the meeting right here, where we got out the meeting.
Yeah.
And she said, Ms. David, the parish won't pay the gas. I called Jan to make sure she goes. I said, make sure that we go get it. She told me, right when we got out the meeting today. And I said, you got to be kidding me. So I made sure that we went ahead and paid the gas. I mean,
For the senior citizen bus.
Exactly, right.
Yes, the town's going to pay the gas.
yeah, we're going to pay the gas.
But
Yeah.
she's also asking about the
Transport.
medical
That's
Two
transport.
different things.
It's
Yeah.
the same van though, correct?
But how can you use the
No.
van to deliver meals and go on a medical run?
Because, yeah. The, right. And I think what we're waiting on is a driver. The parish, in other words,
Right.
when we pay our taxes to the parish, there's a
Tran-
levy, a millage on there that we pay for MIP.
Right.
And that
Transportation.
pays-
That's right.
It's not just the seniors, it's every citizen is entitled to get a bus service, so to say, to their doctors or appointment for medical reasons. We had it, a lady by the name of Yan used to drive it
Mm-hmm. Jan drove for a long time.
and it worked well. Well, the lady retired. So now the parish purchased the van, equipped it, turned it over to the town, and I asked the point blank if they're gonna pay the full cost of hiring someone to drive the van. Not only their salary, but all their benefits also. And I was told, yes, they recognize that that's their responsibility. It's sad that I was told someone in the parish balked at paying the gas for a van that is paid for out of millage.
Yeah, that's what they use it on village.
You know, it's,
You
I
gotta
think
tell
it
me.
was the aging facility that refused to pay the gas, right, Jan? JCOA
Okay.
refused.
Okay.
So that's when the town said we were gonna pay the gas. Now, we are able to hire someone later on, whenever we're gonna start to get the funds that you're speaking of, because we didn't get it yet. Because you mainly get it in property tax season, December, January. But from there, is y'all intentions are to use that big bus to drive for medical?
It's my understanding that the van that the parish gave to or delivered to the town, that was the express purpose for the use of that van.
No.
No.
I was told it was for the senior citizen.
Well,
I know there's
Yeah,
some
I
confusion, and
see.
we need to work on getting that
And
straight.
you remember, we wanted a big one like the green one, and they came back with a smaller one. If they'd have gave us the big one, in fact, they were calling me to see what design we wanted, the tape, to make it look like the other one got.
yeah, because they were talking about
And all of a-
$117,000.
And all of a sudden, that disappeared, they sent a little one. And we remember, I said, let's get a big one. You remember, I told the whole council, let's get a big one. And they sent it to the little one. And right now, you can't put, they like to go up to the doctor, because Yan used to bring them all over,
Right.
you know? In fact, at one time, they had two vans. They had the gray van, and they had the big one, and that lady was by the community center with the little domain girl, what's her name? Terrebonne girl that used to work there. Alina? Yeah. Not Alina, her mama. Yeah. So that worked out fine. And then when we all got together, we all had that meeting over here, that, you know, it changed a little bit. But you remember, I said, let's get a big van, you know, bid it, they send you a little one.
That's because that's what they offered.
Yeah. Remember, then they called me, want to know what kind of emblem we wanted. I said, just put senior citizens on it. So far, all we got there was the little one that you're talking about, putting gas on.
Yeah. And
But in the meantime, we could use the big one and go back together as a team. They should give us another van to bring to them. We could do that.
Mr. Zan said, they should get the funds for the driver.
Exactly.
That-
We will be getting the funds for the driver
Yes.
whenever the money starts flowing in, but right now, you're only collecting late property taxes, like $250 a month, but in December, January, February, when the bulk of the
Exactly.
taxes come in,
Right.
we'll get that bulk of the money.
Oh, okay. So-
But my question still is on what bus? So I'm hoping that y'all can meet with them and get all this straight,
Yeah.
so we have a good answer.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm working on the splash pad. July 1st, the grant is due, so hopefully come next meeting, I'll be able to have like a layout and such, to be able to show y'all and see what the potential at the community center for a splash pad would be.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Laura?
September 17th at 9 a.m. to noon.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, right?
I see your secretary's writing it down. Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Laura, go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to announce that next week on Saturday, we're having the first movie night. We're going to do it once a month, and it's going to be How to Train Your Dragon, the 2025 live action. It's going to be on the beach at the state park. It's going to be $3 per car. And Cheeky's going to cook hot dogs and chili. We're going to have food and everything. So I hope everybody can come out and enjoy. It'll be a great time.
Awesome. Okay.
And I'm also still looking for vendors for the pumpkin patch. So if anybody wants to come and be a vendor, they can email me at laurengonzalez@townofgrandisle.com.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bryan.
I want to give a shout out to Street Department, Storming Road, if y'all know, they've been doing a lot of.
Yes.
I'd like to thank you, yourself, and your team. I know I see Jody out there and whoever else, but you're doing a great job on that. I just want to commend y'all for that. So thank y'all for that.
And not to cut you off, the principal, he came and one of the lady, one of the janitor come and and called Jan and said, and Bonnie, and said that we got holes, got a volleyball tournament coming 4 o'clock that evening, yesterday it was. So we put, hurry up, call us, pull Jody and all, and we did it from what, 2 o'clock till 3 o'clock, 1 hour, you know, to try to run off the streets to fix the potholes around the school. So we got a good little crew we have right now. If anybody want to work, you know somebody want to work, send them to come work, because it's crazy how we shift things around. We try to answer to the public, and the girls know that on behalf of us, when somebody calls, especially the school or anybody, that they need it, that's what we do. And I want to tell y'all, we'll let you know that whenever somebody, could be the church, it could be anybody, they need something, I'll just pull them away and make sure, and then they go back to their routine. So call us, like I said. In the morning, I call them at 5, 6 o'clock. Where you at? What we doing? So when y'all request something, just remind us, whatever, because we all over right now. So, again, what else? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was on my list. Are we putting ads out for employment for the town?
No,
Employment. We putting ads out? I don't see anything that.
Do you have a microphone?
Yes, it's on.
Well, we can't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
There you go.
Okay, so that's gonna put us up to par with everything? Okay,
Yeah, we've been
great.
talking.
That's a good news.
We've been talking on that.
Next, David Michelle, I met with you a few days ago. You was requesting about some signs for some parking at the pump station in Chenier. Was you able to get with Bonnie, or? We're having issues at the pump station, getting a lot of calls where people's blocking the pump station to go fishing of this guy's property. So me and David looked at it and we discussed and came up if we can put some signs, no parking, towaway zone, and I think it worked well, because if we get issues where we got to work on the pump and people's park there, then call us, won't be able to get there to work on the pump.
See what they're doing, they're going to Central, and they're parking their cars by the front of the pump, and then a man and his wife got a camper underneath the shed, and they're going, that's how they get through Elvin's Island, all the way on the island at night. You see lights all night long, and they go flying. And they leave their cars in case we got an emergency in that area.
But that's all I got.
Okay. All right, we take care of that. All right, Mr. Mike?
David.
David.
Dave, on Iberville Street, on that first camp, they built that new slab on the left. He was supposed to put a culvert in there, and he didn't. And when it rains, the water stays right there. It's like a pond there. Do you know if he's gonna put one or not, or? Okay. Yeah, 'cause it's a mess. He didn't put the culvert. He was supposed to put it when he put the cement.
Okay. All right.
That's all I got.
All you got? Okay, again, I want to welcome you all tonight. Like I said, we had a great meeting. We had different steps that we're taking through. And like I said, we're working with DOTD. We got the higher-ups, working with Joe Osron. We're working with Senator Pat Connick. He constantly calls me. Joe could tell you during the weekend, I got a call. You got to get him. You got to call this one to call that one. You know, we got making sure that the levy board, the paperwork's right, the town work, making sure. So you see a big team out here that's surveying the island. It's going to make a big difference. I'm so proud to tell you that we got the right connections. We're looking at, talking through the governor's staff and getting phone calls at 10, 11 o'clock at night, a couple of nights ago, and it's amazing. We got a shot. I'm going to be honest with y'all right now. I keep on telling you that. If we don't get nothing done, this 4 years as we have, with all the right people in the right spots, we're going to get a lot done. That's why you see more trucks coming in. You see them looking at the roads. You're seeing there's some money available in different pots. And I'm looking at that, working constantly on that. You know, I'm proud of the little levy board and working with this council here and working with the Port Commission and you people. I mean, every little project that you see, it's coming from different fingers. I've talked to some mayors and it's still like hanging in there from way back. So, you know, they to the west of us, you know, still don't have nothing that we already have. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And the other thing, I know, James, I talked to you while I was talking, you know, I want to get brief with y'all. The housing, we're pushing that. We got Steve Scalise, we got Kennedy, we got Cassidy. Y'all were there with the governor, told us we got to look at it. He was all excited. I know I repeat all this, but we're starting to look like it's moving a little bit. I talked to the principal the other day, and again, we got 75 kids, and, you know, we talked about getting the Coast Guard families back. So it's coming. I'll be in Baton Rouge, back and forth, dealing with this. I'm getting more people involved. You got LNG gas that you're talking about you're going to build in Grand Isle. You got this one coming up at the Fouchon. It's moving quick. Right now, there's 6,000 people in Plaquemine Parish in that area. So all these LNG, and you get ready, you have some offshore to work with this. It's coming. So with the meetings I've been through, and I know Mr. Wellens, the president of the port, he can give you a good update on that too. It's coming from all angles. So we got to be prepared for that. So I just want to let y'all know that that's something that we're constantly working on. And then, working with the Corps of Engineers, and Joe, I want to tell you thank you. I know every day we talk about that, and look like we got some big meetings and stuff like that we've been working with. Colonel Otaz from Houma, he's one of us, and he said, David, look, we're looking at it, and people's worried about when we're going to cut the sunflowers. Right now, just hold on tight. It's hurricane season. The ones that cut it, hold on tight. It's just that we're going to get something done. But right now, thank God there's no hurricanes. And our motto is we're going to make it neat. We're going to make it approval. And that's what we want. And we're going to make sure that we're going to take care of the beach. That's what we do. We set up meetings with the colonel. We're going to be meeting with them and talking with the generals. And the two guys that got appointed by Trump, like we met on the beach. They're higher ups right now. In the meantime, we're getting phone calls. Slowly but surely. So, and I want to tell you, talking with little Timmy Kerner and Jennifer, I know we talking, and talking with the rest of the council and all, Scott Walker and all them, and they're working, with even the state representative from all over Louisiana, talking with me and telling me, Grand Isle's a jewel. People love your place. I got the mayor from Henderson coming with it, or 3 or 4 of them this weekend. His wife got sick. He had open heart surgery. He wants to come walk the beach. So we had a bunch of mayors during the rodeo. We had a bunch of elected officials from all over. And then you got the legislators come through. And we all lobbied with them while we had a chance. And they know what we need. So, you know what? The good thing so far, man, it is. September 11th, I can remember I was on a plane with Chip, and I was at Wayne SJ. And we flew that morning, and we didn't come home till 3 days later. If I'd have flew the morning before, I'd have been in the Pentagon. So tomorrow I got to call Wayne and Chip saying, hey, we made a promise to each other that every September 11th, we're going to call each other and remind us of that day. We had to land in North Carolina, got out the cars and stayed at a hotel. 3 days later, the governor came in, sent a van, and picked us up. That was serious. That was close. So right now, with the protection they got in Washington and what we're trying to do for this whole country, and this young man just got shot, this congressman, life is short. Let's get together instead of criticizing our little island and raising hell why we ain't doing this. We got so many friends that call and tell us, keep strong, keep it going, listen to everybody. We all push together, and we can make it better. So again, that's where I'm at with that. Yes, sir, Mr. Walter.
I talked to you about 3 years ago about CPAs.
CPAs?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In this hall here.
Oh.
And we talked about it, getting us a CPA on this, filling out this G on this bottom of your mission. I think we need a CPA. See where it says professional reports to council? I think we need a G on there.
A G?
A G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
CPA.
CPA. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You
Okay.
said we was going to get us one. Yes, you did.
For what?
We was going to have a CPA in here every month. This month. You told me you was going to get one here. You had one come in here one time, I think, maybe twice. That was it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Probably when we did the budget you're talking about. When
Yes,
we put
sir.
the budget together.
I think we need a CPA in here. Sure help us out a lot.
Okay, whatever. We can work that out.
We gonna get one?
Yeah, whatever's asking, a CPA, an auditor. Okay. I don't know.
There's a town report on everything. Who's got the money, who's not got the money?
Yeah.
I'm sure you gonna have to pay for it.
I mean, we do an audit every year through the state. We do an audit through the state in Louisiana. every year. And then Bonnie, y'all put the budget together, working with Pat, that's what we do. You know? I mean, you feel free to come and check at the town hall, whatever you want to do, to come look at the books, whatever you want to do. You know? Right, Bonnie? If he wants to look at the books, you can, well, he's welcome to come to the town hall. Yeah. Yes, sir. Right. When do we get that, so we can answer to him? Okay. You should have a report by October the 1st. That's what she's telling us right now.
Okay.
Okay?
I think we need a CPA in here.
Okay. Well, that's what we're talking about. Go talk to her if you want to talk to her.
Hmm? I want CPA to sign up on everything. He signs off on everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
They go over everything, they do a report, and they make suggestions to the town.
Mhm.
They like to do this, improvements here, and the town takes that all into consideration and
Exactly.
works forward to improve on the next one.
Yeah.
In fact, we had to reappoint them. We just changed the firm.
Right. Right. Yep.
A little over a year ago.
CPA firm.
Yep. Mhm. Yeah, they work with us, like you said. They came in.
I don't remember their names, man and woman, I met them at town hall, my head or two.
Yep. Metairie. They're from Gretna, Metairie area. Yep. Mhm. And, you know, like I said, maybe we get them to come to one meeting. Whatever y'all want to do, we can do that so we can answer to them. That's no problem. We can do that. We'll get them. We'll get them here, our CPA.
We need to do whatever it takes to gain trust.
Yes, sir. Yes, you do. You can trust it down mighty low right now.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Staples.
thank you. We get the CPA to come to the meeting. We'll do that. Okay? All right, anybody else? All right. We have a motion to adjourn? Yes, sir.